Hi, it's Nurse Claire from Boost Prep, and today we will be taking the TEAS reading full-length exam. This exam is the same number of questions and same time limit as the actual exam, so let's get into it. Question 1. Dad's homemade brownies. Ingredients: 1 cup brownie mix, 2 eggs, 2 cups sugar. Steps: preheat oven to 400 degrees, mix ingredients, bake for 1 hour. Which of the following is the last step of making Dad's homemade brownies? A. 2 cups sugar. B. Bake for 1 hour. C. Preheat oven. D. Mix ingredients. The correct answer is B. Bake for 1 hour. Under steps, the last step is bake for 1 hour. The last ingredient is 2 cups of sugar, but that is not the question that it's asking. Question 2. How many ingredients do the brownies call for? A. 3. B. 2 eggs. C. 2 cups of sugar. D. 1 cup of brownie mix. The correct answer is A. 3 ingredients. The other options are specific ingredients, not the total number. Question 3. Which of the following is a print advertisement that sells or solicits something? A. Exclamatory. B. Classified. C. Craigslist. D. Forum. Correct answer is B. Classified. Someone can find a classified in the newspaper. Question 4. Which of the following methods of communication would be most appropriate for a boss to send to his/her workers? A. Memorandum. B. Letter. C. Pamphlet. D. Forum. Correct answer is A. Memorandum. A memorandum or memo is a written informal note and is widely used in the business world. Question 5. An older lady has a severe dairy allergy. Which of the following desserts is safe for her to eat? A. Chocolate cake. Ingredients: cake, mix, eggs, skim milk, sugar. B. Strawberry cake. Ingredients: cake mix, eggs, whole milk, sugar. C. Vanilla cake. Ingredients: cake mix, eggs, almond milk, sugar. D. Oreo cheesecake. Ingredients: cake mix, eggs, cream cheese, whole milk, sugar. Correct answer is C. Vanilla cake. You need to look for the dessert that does not include any dairy. So cake mix, eggs, almond milk, and sugar, there aren't any dairy things in that. Question 6. This is a map of the campsites of Albert Lake. How many campsites are there around the lake? A. 9. B. 12. C. 15. D. 16. Correct answer is D. 16. Each campsite is indicated by the white circle with the number inside. Based on the map, between which 2 campsites is the finish line located? A. 1 and 16. B. 3 and 7. C. 12 and 14. D. 9 and 10. Correct answer is A. 1 and 16. The finish line is located in between campsite number 1 and number 16. The finish line would be right here. Question 8. Based on the diagram, how many miscellaneous offices are there? And this is a map of the White House West Wing, first floor. A. 4. B. 3. C. 2. D. 5. The correct answer is 4. Miscellaneous offices, identified as Miss Offices. Question 9. Based on the diagram, who can we infer works here? A, the Prime Minister, B, the President of the United States, C, Congress, D, the Queen. Correct answer is B, the President of the United States. The top of the diagram says White House West Wing, so we can narrow it down to the President and Congress. The Oval Office is highlighted in blue, and we know the President works in the Oval Office. Question 10. Use this passage to answer questions 10 through 14. Sam's lawnmower. Sam purchased a new lawnmower last week and decided to set it up today. First, he took all the parts out of the box and read the directions. Then he started to assemble the lawnmower, but realized he didn't have the right wrench. After trying to use the wrong wrench, he went to the hardware store. When returning from the hardware store, he finished setting up the lawnmower. Finally, it was time for Sam to cut the grass. There was one problem. Sam forgot to get gas for the lawnmower. Sam went to go get gas and finally was able to mow the lawn. Since getting the new lawnmower, Sam always mows his lawn. Which of the following lists Sam's actions in the correct sequence? A. Sam purchased the lawnmower, got gas for the lawnmower, took all the parts out, started to assemble the lawnmower, mowed the lawn. B. Sam purchased a lawnmower, took all the parts out, started to assemble the lawnmower, went to the hardware store to grab the right wrench. C. Sam assembled the lawnmower, took all the parts out, and mowed the lawn. D. Sam got gas for the lawnmower while purchasing it, assembled it, and cut the grass. Correct answer is B. Being able to follow a sequence of events will be important on the exam. We can skim the passage and then review the answer options to quickly answer the question. Option B correctly lists the sequence of events given to us in the passage. Question 11. How many sequential order words are used in the passage? A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, D, 6. Correct answer is D, 6. 6 sequential order words are used: first, then, after, when, finally, and finally. Question 12. In the last sentence, since is used as a chronological signal word. A, true, B, false. A, true. Since is a chronological signal word used to indicate a length of time. Question 13. Based on the passage, can we infer that Sam is happy with his purchase? A, yes, based on him purchasing the lawnmower in the first place. B, no, based on him not having the right wrench. C, no, based on him forgetting gas. D, yes, based on him always mowing his lawn. Correct answer is D, yes, based on him always mowing his lawn. The last sentence in the passage tells us that Sam always mows his lawn. We can infer that he is happy with his purchase if he always mows it. Question 14. How many chronological signal words are used in the passage? A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, D, 2. Correct answer is B, 4. The chronological signal words used are last week, today, since, and always. Question 15. Which of the following is not a type of mode? A, narrative, B, persuasive, C, expository, D, compare/contrast. Correct answer is D, compare/contrast. 3 main types of modes are narrative, persuasive, and expository. Compare/contrast is a type of writing that falls under expository writing. Question 16. If the writer tells a short story to show a concept, but it is not the main idea of the writing, what is the author using? A. Structuring. B. Persuasive writing. C. Anecdote. D. Rhetoric. Correct answer is C. Anecdote. An anecdote is a short story used to get an idea across. An anecdote is not the main idea. Question 17. Which of the following are common features used by authors to help readers understand how a text is organized? Choose all that apply. A. Headings / subheadings. B. Explanations. C. Verbiage. D. Breadcrumbs. Correct answer is A. Headings / subheadings. Headings and subheadings are used by authors to help a reader understand the organization of a text. Question 18. When would an author not use italics? A. Titles of works. B. Foreign words. C. Quoting something. D. Emphasis. Correct answer is C. Quoting something. Italics have standard rules and are usually used for titles of work, foreign words, and to emphasize something, but not for quoting something. Which of the following is the number of steps removed from an origin? A. Degrees of removal. B. Degrees of separation. C. Tertiary separation. D. Primary separation. Correct answer is B. Degrees of separation. Degrees of separation tell us how many times something has been removed from the origin. Question 20. Which of the following is a compilation of primary and secondary sources? A. Tertiary source. B. Compilation sources. C. Regression sources. D. Pooled sources. Correct answer is A. Tertiary source. Tertiary sources are a compilation of primary and secondary sources. Question 21. Which of the following is usually true when it comes to primary sources? A. You should only use primary sources when writing a paper. B. Primary sources can only be printed texts. C. Newspapers are always considered primary sources. D. Artifacts are almost always considered primary sources. Correct answer is D. When it comes to artifacts, they are almost always primary sources. Question 22. Which of the following would be the most appropriate to insert in the blank column? Chapter 10. 1. Countries in Africa. Bullet points: South Africa, Nigeria, Tanzania, blank. A. Japan. B. California. C. France. D. Kenya. Correct answer is D. Kenya. Use the context clues of the question to see that you need to insert a country that is in Africa, which would be Kenya. Question 23. Which of the following is the author's hints of events to come? A. Prediction. B. Foreshadowing. C. Supporting evidence. D. Author's comments. Correct answer is B. Foreshadowing. An author may use foreshadowing to allude to something to come. Question 24. Which of the following is a group of related writings or other media? A. Social commentary. B. Theme. C. Genre. D. Social structure. Correct answer is C. Genre. A genre is a group of related writings or other media. Question 25. Use the following passage to answer questions 25 through 27. Dear City of Athens, it has come to my attention that the students of our public school system are falling behind. The students lack modern technology and the resources needed to help them succeed. The teachers at the school care very much, but they do not have the resources they need. The city of Athens provides $100,000 to the school each year. This seems like a lot of money, but if you compare that to the city of Boulder, it is minimal. The city of Boulder provides their school with $200,000 each year. This is double our budget. The city of Boulder High School has 95% of their kids going to college, while the city of Athens only has 75% of kids going to college. There is a direct correlation between funding and sending kids to college. A $100,000 increase in funding seems like a lot, but the amount of kids it would help would be tremendous. I ask that you seriously consider raising the amount of money given to the city of Athens schools. What is the writer's main argument? A, to hire more teachers. B, to raise funding for the city of Boulder school system. C, to raise funding for the city of Athens school system. D, to get more technology for the city of Athens school system. Correct answer is C. The main argument is to raise funding for the city of Athens school system. Hiring more teachers and adding more technology may happen because of adding more funding. Question 26. Which of the following is evidence used to support the argument? Choose all that apply. The city of Boulder sending 95% of kids to college versus Athens only sending 75%. B, teachers at the school caring very much. C, the city of Boulder having $200,000 of funding versus Athens only having $100,000. D, students lacking modern technology. The correct answers are A and C. Two pieces of evidence are given in the text. The city of Boulder sending 95% of kids to college and the city of Boulder having $200,000 of funding. Students lacking modern technology may be true, but no evidence is given to support that claim. Question 27. Which of the following statements would weaken the argument? A, although the city of Boulder has $200,000 worth of funding, only 50% of their students go to college. B, the city of Athens is struggling to hire teachers because we cannot afford to pay them. C, the city of Athens has some of the lowest test scores because of the lack of funding. D, the Athens High School got voted best high school in the country. Correct answer is A. If the author stated that the city of Boulder was only sending 50% of students to college while having a bigger budget than the city of Athens, that would weaken the argument. Question 28. Based on the image below, what kind of representation is this? A, diagram. B, chart. C, graph. D, plot. Correct answer is B, chart. A chart is a graphical representation of data. A graph is a diagram of a mathematical function. Question 29. Based on the image below, how would you describe the stock market from 2005 to 2008? A, the market increased, but at a slow rate. B, the market was in decline. C, the market was stagnant. D, the market was increasing at a high rate. Correct answer is D, the market was increasing at a high rate. For this question, you're looking between 2005 and 2008. This is represented by the steep increase in the chart, ranging from 2005 to 2008. Question 30. What should you do after you found all the data and research you need? A, continue to find more. B, synthesize the data. C, organize the data. D, confirm the data. Correct answer is C, organize the data. The first thing you should do after locating all the data and research is to organize the information that you found. Organizing the information will make it easier to use for the final step. Question 31. Use the following reading passage to answer questions 31 through 36. Black hole theory, how they tick. Black holes are incredibly massive, but cover only a small region. Because of the relationship between mass and gravity, this means they have an extremely powerful gravitational force. Virtually nothing can escape from them. Under classical physics, even light is trapped by a black hole. Such a strong pull creates an observational problem when it comes to black holes. Scientists can't see them the way they can see stars and other objects in space. Instead, scientists must rely on the radiation that is emitted as dust and gas are drawn into the dense creatures. Supermassive black holes, lying in the center of a galaxy, may find themselves shrouded by the dust and gas thick around them, which can block the telltale emissions. Black holes are strange regions where gravity is strong enough to bend light, warp space, and distort time. Sometimes, as matter is drawn toward a black hole, it ricochets off the event horizon and is hurled outward, rather than being tugged into the maw. Bright jets of material traveling at near relativistic speeds are created. Although the black hole itself remains unseen, these powerful jets can be viewed from great distances. Black holes have three layers: the outer and inner event horizon and the singularity. The event horizon of a black hole is the boundary around the mouth of the black hole where light loses its ability to escape. Once a particle crosses the event horizon, it cannot leave. Gravity is constant across the event horizon. The inner region of a black hole, where its mass lies, is known as its singularity, the single point in space-time where the mass of the black hole is concentrated. Under the classical mechanics of physics, nothing can escape from a black hole. However, things shift slightly when quantum mechanics are added to the equation. Under quantum mechanics, for every particle, there is an antiparticle, a particle with the same mass and opposite electrical charge. When they meet, particle-antiparticle pairs can annihilate one another. If a particle-antiparticle pair is created just beyond the reach of the event horizon of a black hole, it is possible to have one drawn into the black hole itself while the other is ejected. The result is that the event horizon of the black hole has been reduced and black holes can decay, a process that is rejected under classical mechanics. Scientists are still working to understand the equations by which black holes function. What is the meaning of the adjective telltale as used in the second paragraph? A, indistinguishable. B, revealing. C, hidden. D, active. Correct answer is B, revealing. Since telltale is used to describe the illuminating aspects of emissions, choice A means vague, and C is an antonym. Choice D means dynamic. Question 32. Which of the following best describes the boundary around a black hole from which nothing can escape? A, the singularity. B, the event horizon. C, a particle-antiparticle pair. D, gravity. Correct answer is B, the event horizon. In the passage, it states the event horizon of a black hole is the boundary around the mouth of the black hole where light loses its ability to escape. Once a particle crosses the event horizon, it cannot leave. Question 33. What can the reader conclude from this passage about black holes? A, light from inside a black hole can escape. B, the gravity around black holes is strong enough to bend light but cannot warp space. C, all matter nearby gets sucked into the black hole. D, if a particle-antiparticle pair is created just beyond the reach of the event horizon of a black hole, it is possible to have one drawn into the black hole itself while the other is ejected. Correct answer is D. In the passage, it states, if a particle-antiparticle pair is created just beyond the reach of the event horizon of a black hole, it is possible to have one drawn into the black hole itself while the other is ejected. Choice A is incorrect since not even light can escape the pool of a black hole. B is also incorrect since black holes can bend light and warp space. Choice C is incorrect since some matter ricochets off the event horizon and is hurled outward rather than being tugged into the maw. Question 34. Which of the following best describes the main idea of paragraph 2? A. Black holes cannot be seen. B. Supermassive black holes are in the center of galaxies. C. Supermassive black holes may be surrounded by dust and gas. D. Black holes have a strong pull. Correct answer is A. Black holes cannot be seen. Choice A is correct since the entire paragraph revolves around the idea of scientists not being able to see black holes. At best, they have to rely on radiation that is emitted as matter gets sucked into the event horizon. Although choices B, C, and D are all mentioned in this paragraph, they are supporting details for choice A, that they are not able to be seen. Question 35. Which statement is not a detail from the passage? A. Black holes have 3 layers, the outer and inner event horizon and the singularity. B. Under quantum mechanics, for every particle there is an antiparticle, a particle with the same mass and opposite electric charge. C. By now, scientists understand the equations by which black holes function. D. Because of a relationship between mass and gravity, black holes have an extremely powerful gravitational force. The correct answer is C. The last sentence in the passage states, scientists are still working to understand the equations by which black holes function. Although they know about certain aspects of quantum mechanics, like particle-antiparticle pairs, they don't fully understand how black holes function. The other choices are all supporting details that were included in the passage. Question 36. What is the author's purpose in writing this article about black holes? A. To inform the audience that scientists haven't figured out how black holes tick. B. To inform the audience about quantum mechanics. C. To inform the audience about black holes. D. To inform the audience that black holes are incredibly massive but cover only a small region. Correct answer is C. The article discusses various aspects of black holes, how dense they are, how they cannot be seen, how they have an event horizon and singularity, and many more. The author's purpose is to simply inform the audience about black holes. Although choices A, B, and D are mentioned, they cannot be considered the author's purpose since they all add up and support black holes. Question 37. Use the following reading passage to answer questions 37 through 39. Cholesterol. Keeping your cholesterol levels healthy is a great way to keep your heart healthy and lower your chances of getting heart disease or having a stroke. American Heart Association recommends all adults aged 20 or older have their cholesterol and other traditional risk factors checked every 4 to 6 years. Your test report will show your cholesterol levels in milligrams per deciliter of blood. Your total cholesterol and HDL, good cholesterol, are among numerous factors your doctor can use to predict your lifetime or 10-year risk for a heart attack or stroke. Your test report will show your cholesterol levels in milligrams per deciliter of blood. To determine how your cholesterol levels affect your risk of heart disease, your doctor will also take into account other risk factors, such as age, family history, smoking, and high blood pressure. A complete fasting lipoprotein profile will show the following for total blood or serum cholesterol. This isn't a type of cholesterol. Instead, it's a composite of different types. A person's total cholesterol score is calculated by adding their HDL and LDL cholesterol levels and 20% of their triglyceride level. You may be used to hearing about numerical ranges for total cholesterol. For many years, they were widely publicized. Nowadays, these ranges aren't used. Instead, total cholesterol levels are in context with other risk factors, and treatment is recommended accordingly. HDL, good cholesterol. For many years, doctors used ranges to evaluate HDL cholesterol levels. Today, doctors think about risk in broader terms. They evaluate HDL cholesterol levels in context with other risk factors. People with high blood triglycerides usually also have lower HDL cholesterol. Genetic factors, type 2 diabetes, smoking, being overweight, and being sedentary can all lower HDL cholesterol. Women tend to have higher levels of HDL cholesterol than men do. LDL, bad cholesterol. A low LDL cholesterol level is considered good for your heart health. A diet high in saturated and trans fat is unhealthy because it tends to raise LDL cholesterol. In the past, doctors relied on specific ranges for LDL. Today, these ranges aren't used anymore, and doctors consider LDL levels as one factor of many in evaluating cardiovascular risk. Current American Heart Association guidelines recommend this more integrated approach. When you have your cholesterol checked, talk to your doctor about your LDL cholesterol and other factors that impact your overall cardiovascular risk. Triglycerides. Normal triglyceride levels vary by age and sex. People with high triglycerides often have a high total cholesterol level, including a high LDL cholesterol level and a low HDL cholesterol level. Many people with heart disease or diabetes also have high triglyceride levels. Elevated triglycerides can be caused by several factors. They are overweight and obesity, physical inactivity, cigarette smoking, excess alcohol consumption, and a diet very high in carbohydrates, more than 60% of total calories. These causes can be addressed with lifestyle changes. Sometimes underlying diseases or genetic disorders can cause high triglycerides too. Which of the following can be inferred from this text? A, your total cholesterol is the factor your doctor can use to predict your lifetime or 10-year risk for heart attack. B, your HDL is the factor that your doctor can use to predict your lifetime or 10-year risk for heart attack. C, your LDL is the factor your doctor can use to predict your lifetime or 10-year risk for heart attack. D, your cholesterol and HDL, good cholesterol, are among numerous factors your doctor can use to predict your lifetime or 10-year risk for a heart attack. The correct answer is D. None of these individual factors can, by themselves, predict lifetime or 10-year risk for a heart attack or stroke. The doctor bases this judgment on assessing both the total cholesterol and HDL, good cholesterol. These factors then consider other risk factors such as age, family history, smoking, and high blood pressure. Question 38. What is the meaning of the word impact as it is used in this passage? A, increase, B, influence, C, decrease, D, crash. Correct answer is B. The word impact is used as a verb in the context of this sentence. Current American Heart Association guidelines recommend this more integrated approach. When you have your cholesterol checked, talk to your doctor about your LDL and other factors that impact your overall cardiovascular risk. Question 39. Which of the following sentences best describes the main idea of this passage? A, keeping your cholesterol levels healthy is a great way to keep your heart healthy and lower your chances of getting heart disease or having a stroke. B, to determine how your cholesterol levels affect your risk of heart disease, your doctor will also take into account other risk factors such as age, family history, smoking, and high blood pressure. C, a person's total cholesterol score is calculated by adding their HDL and LDL cholesterol levels and 20% of their triglyceride level. D, a diet high in saturated and trans fat is unhealthy because it tends to raise LDL cholesterol. Correct answer is A. Choices B, C, and D all support the main idea found in choice A. But those three choices are too narrow. This passage deals specifically with how controlling cholesterol levels is the best way to keep a healthy heart. Thanks for taking this full-length reading TEAS exam with us. For more exams and complete coverage of the TEAS exam, visit the link in the description. I'm Nurse Claire from Boost Prep. Good luck!